All right, so today, when I took Maisie for a walk this morning, the moon was setting, the full moon was setting in the west, and I could see it. And I kept trying to get up higher on top of a hill and move towards it. And then I started having this sort of grieving that it was going down behind the tree line and I wasn't going to be able to see it anymore. But then it was funny, we went around the turn and came around, and when I came around the turn, the sun was rising in the east above the trees. So it was like, and that's what the full moon is about. It's about the sun being directly across from the moon, and that's why it's full. So it also represents, with that setting of the full moon, helps you to forgive and let go of things, so that at the sun rises at the same time that all that stuff is let go of and set. So what the cards that I purposefully drew this one today, which is just a picture of the causal chakra, which is literally right above your head here. It's like your personal moon. And this is especially pertinent with this moon in Aquarius, even though it's technically in Pisces today. Yesterday it was in Aquarius, but we're still having the effects of the full moon in Aquarius, which means that, and with the sun still at the very tail end of Leo, it means that it's a really good time to feel your authentic big self within the community, within the mass. How do you fit in? And your personal moon also, your causal chakra also reflects this same kind of energy as how does my personal moon fit in with a bigger full moon. The other cards I drew were the donkey, which is keeping your heart open no matter what, which the donkey has become like this workhorse for us, for humans, that it's what, we're trying to realize that they have kept their heart open no matter what. So it's time for us to do the same. And that's the only way that you can really transform anything, is through an open heart. And the angel card that I drew is Zadkiel, which is interesting because Peg is here today, and this came up in a reading that I had for her a couple days ago. So it's about the transformation. He carries this violet flame, which is really big. If you're listening to other spiritual teachers right now, they're all talking about this violet flame that came through very strongly on August 8th, which would have been the new moon, which when that portal opened, a new vibration of light came through very strongly. So you may feel a lot of stuff getting kicked out with this new light that's available, because it kind of has to transform the old in order for it to, us to embrace the new. So today, we're going to overturn these old structures. That's what the Aquarius full moon is going to help us do. And anything inner and outer that's oppressing us. And it may be a little bit uncomfortable during or after this meditation, or may feel great, but just know the uncomfortableness is just the old stuff that's going to be kicking at you to get out. So let's start with the donkey in mind and our attention on our heart center, our heart chakra. So just breathing into and illuminating our heart chakra and making that commitment to keeping our heart open no matter what. We're going to bring in the donkey energy to help us do that, because they demonstrate that so beautifully. So that we can be heard in this transformation. Our authentic voice is heard through the heart. So breathing it in, letting it shine out. See how big your heart chakra, your heart space can become And we're going to breathe from both ends, from the center of the earth and from the source above. Breathing that light into the heart and then letting it spread. And then just for a little more representation of grounding, since we're going to be working with this violet flame, let's physically ground ourselves a little bit more solidly. So with your feet on the ground, or if you're sitting and your legs are crossed, just make sure your sit bones are very strongly touching the whatever you're sitting on. And then letting that energy move down. It's coming from the heart, down through the sit bones, through the bottom of the feet if they're on the floor, through the earth star chakra, which is 3 feet below us, directly below our personal earth star chakra, and then into the center of the earth. Now that we are grounded, we're going to ask the connection for the full moon energy of Aquarius to come into our causal chakra, our personal moon chakra, just above our head, and illuminate our authentic divine feminine power within the collective. So let's light that up now. Full moon energy dropping down into the bowl. It's the same color as the moon, that chakra. So let it drop into that space just above your head. Your personal divine feminine as it shines with the collective divine feminine, but the collective in general too. So one of the old structures that is being knocked down with this violet flame that's coming through is the patriarchal society. So as soon as I said that, I felt some of that stuff in my head, like the confusion in my head with that. So just knowing that it, like a little bit, it came out in a little bit of pain. So just knowing some of that stuff that you might feel in your head as we're doing this is just letting go of that old structure within yourself so that we can shine more brightly in our divine feminine in the collective. So let that light come through, and it's going to come down into your crown, the top of your head, your crown chakra, through the third eye. It's illuminating the third eye, your ability to see beyond what's physically there, to sense what's happening. And then into your throat chakra so that your words are infused with this energy. We're working with just the moon energy right now, the Aquarius moon energy, to knock out the old structures so that our words connected to our heart, let's bring the heart energy up into the throat as well, so that our words come from the heart and come from this divine feminine energy of our personal moon chakra, causal chakra above our head, connected to the full moon. Breathe that into your heart. Just a little reminder that we're completely grounded with the center of the earth as we breathe this in. So what we're going to do now is invite in, if you want the image of the Archangel Zadkiel, I'm going to put him up to the screen again. You can get a look at him. He's going to help us bring in this violet flame. that's available to us from source energy. So we're going to let that violet flame come around us first and form like a little cocoon of violet energy. It's going to come through that causal chakra and around our body and then down to the Earth Star chakra 3 feet below you. And see how that feels. Make sure that you are filling in every single little space with this violet flame. If you want to invite it in, it's available to you, but you have to say yes and you have to invite it in. And it's a higher frequency. It's going to help you transmute into the earth is going through a shift from 3rd dimensional energy to 5th dimensional energy. So let that shift surround you first. That energy of this 5th dimension, which just helps us see beyond what's in front of us. So it's also a lot about, you can fill it in to your 3rd eye. And from the 3rd eye into every cell of your body. So let that 5D insight from the 3rd eye be filled into every nucleus of every cell of your body. And we'll ask this flame to ignite our authentic way of being in this 5th dimensional energy. And the donkey is coming in and reminding me to say, so that we can see through our heart. That's part of what, that is what 5th dimensional living is about. It's about dropping from the head to the heart and letting the heart be your brain, per se. Perceiving from the heart. And keeping your heart open as you move around and you see people fighting in these old structures, these old 3rd dimensional things that keep us stuck in the violence, just all of the stuff, the negative stuff that has been penetrating through the planet. It's getting loud just because people are resisting this 5th dimensional energy. So let's be one of the light bearers of this violet flame, which represents this 5th dimensional energy. And when you feel like you have received this in every cell in your body, let it move into the room that you're in. Transform your living space. And the purpose of our thoughts in this 5th dimension is to give this energy a path to travel through. So our thoughts are the channels that this energy travels through. So if you think about, so using your thoughts, your perceptions to fill the room is what I'm talking about. Let this violet flame travel through your thoughts, your intentions. And then beyond into your neighborhood. And beyond into your city. And we have all kinds of little light helpers that if we set this intention, it travels, these little helpers travel with our energy. Some people are seeing them as dragons, some are seeing them as cherubs, some are seeing them as unicorns. Maybe you just see little violet balls traveling. And then if you want to take it further into your state, we have 3 different states represented here in this group right now. And into our country, and we have another country represented in this group too, so you can send that to your country as well, Laura. Just making, what we're doing is making the violet flame. That's what our purpose is in this 5th dimensional shift as light workers, is just making this violet flame available, more easily available to those that are struggling with receiving it. And then if you have, you can do the whole world, or you can do the ley lines, the lines of energy in the earth that are kind of like we have these channels of energy in our body, the earth does too. You can send it to the plants, you can send it to any cause, any person, place, situation that you feel could use this violet flame. Just let it travel there with your thoughts. Use your thoughts as the channel to this situation to offer this violet flame. Still connected to your heart, still interpreting this situation or seeing the situation from your heart. And some of the teachers that I have been listening to, Diana Cooper is one, and Tim Wild, W-H-I-L-D, is another, are telling us to call this violet flame in as many times as you can think of it within the day, just to continue to make it stronger within yourself. Especially if you find a situation challenging, or if you find an old thought coming through, ask the violet flame to transform it, and ask your body to drop the perceptions into your heart. And ground in these intentions, ground to the center of the earth. And breathe in the life force to support this process. So we're going to keep that violet flame around us as we become more aware now of our physical location, where our body is right now, our senses, what you're touching, what you're sitting on, feeling the surfaces of your skin, touching whatever you're seated on. Noticing the air traveling in the place where you are seated. Any sounds. Any smells, tastes within your mouth, coffee, tea, breakfast. And as we begin to awaken in this dimension, in this room, we're going to ask for our eyes, our heart, all our senses to begin to perceive, with the support of this violet flame of Archangel Zadkiel, of source energy, to begin to perceive this 5th dimensional life through all our senses, whatever that means to you, in ways, and we'll ask for it to come in ways that you can easily integrate it so that it's not a bombardment, so that you are gently carrying this violet flame as your signal of your own transformation, focusing on self within the masses. So the old structures falling from self and falling from masses. As this happens, stay in this violet flame. Maisie had to put a little exclamation point on that Park. Okay, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes in your space that you're in right now and just look around. And I'm going to put the donkey up here so y'all can see again the illuminated heart energy of the donkey, reminding us to keep our heart open no matter what, no matter what. Don't let anything or anyone close your heart. And Zadkiel with the violet flame that we're going to carry with us and we're going to call into us. And then that connection that started with the connection to the full moon. Okay, and bringing that all into our heart, our new place of thinking and perception. Thank you all for being here today. And namaste.
Namaste.
All right, much love to you all. All right, this started, Peg, with the drawing of the card in your reading, isn't that? Because I shuffled and I said, let the card come that needs to come, and it was this one again. So
I got chills.
pay attention to this. Oh, and also I forgot to tell you that when I opened up my moon astrology book, I had pressed a 4-leaf clover in the page that was today. So we have some luck today with that. So, all right. Have a lovely week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.